We definitely want to have more ball and play, quick ball, keep the ball alive as much as possible, like skip as many rocks as possible. It's a different style of rugby that you will be seeing USA Rugby playing, which is really exciting. But I think, again, it like just brings out the best in everybody. And I think Jack's like really empowering us to just say yes to whatever happens.
Olivia Ortiz.
Welcome to US Rugby Happy Hour Live. Interviews with the biggest names in American rugby.
Consecutive MLR championship, and Team USA make history in Paris.
USA Rugby is heading to Australia.
Here are your hosts, Bill Baker and that other guy.
Hello and welcome to US Rugby Happy Hour. I'm Bill Baker. This is John Fitzpatrick, who is here.
I'm here, I think.
You're here? Okay. We have a wonderful show set up for you guys. In just a few minutes, we have Olivia Ortiz, USA Eagle, Sail Shark scrum-half. Excited to talk to her about, PAC4, rugby's kicking in, USA Eagles are getting together to play a match this weekend, a little PWR, and a little bit about her background also. Really curious about how she got into the game. And also, we may have a few extra guest hosts on John Fitzpatrick's side that might jump in. All about 9 years old, I think, right, Fitzy?
Yeah, 9, 8, 6, something like that. Yeah. Big fans of the show.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you better watch it, man. If they're good, I'm going to ask one of them to be the main co-host.
I mean, they can do a far better job than I can, for sure.
Stop it. You're too good. All right. So today, Fitzy, this week or so, actually this month, there's a good amount of rugby. Like I said, USA women, we're going to see them on home soil, which is amazing. MLR Week 3. There are two teams who are fighting for their first win. Happens to be our teams, the Free Jacks and No Glory. Hopefully, well, that will be one win for one of them, so I can't say hopefully.
Did you draw?
Right. PWR is on a break at the Six Nations, Women's Six Nations, and like I just mentioned a second ago, PAC4 kicks off this weekend. So exciting, exciting women's rugby coming up, exciting men's rugby here in MLR. It should be a great weekend and a great month ahead, Fitzy, and I'm looking forward to it. Any notes before we get into our guest?
Let's jump to it. I'm excited to talk to Olivia. First time on the show.
I know. I am too. So before they get a little business, listeners, please like, follow, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, Facebook video, or on your podcast if you're listening to it. Mow a lawn somewhere in this country. There's grass growing, not here in the Northeast. If you're mowing a lawn, listen to the podcast. Whatever else, please check it out. It's a blast, and Fitzy and I have a great time doing it. And one reason we have a great time doing it is because of these introduction songs. And this is just as good as the others. Sometimes I don't know what to do during these songs, like, Will Ferrell during Talladega Nights or something. So if you like watching us butt dance, this is for you. Let's do it.
Today's guest. Hailing from Michigan. A national caliber horseback rider. To swimming with the sharks. Sail sharks, that is. Went from equestrian to rugby, yeah, makes total sense. And now, let's welcome PAC4 on her mind. USA Eagle. Number 289, Olivia Ortiz.
Hey, Olivia, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thanks for having me, you guys. What a fun introduction that is.
Thank you. We'll send it to you. You can put it on your playlist while you're working out, getting ready for a match. I don't know, whatever you want to do with it.
Pre-game hype, especially.
That's right.
Pre-game hype, exactly. Olivia, thanks for jumping on to us. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. It's our off day here today in Sacramento, which is really nice. The weather couldn't be better, honestly. And it's funny because obviously playing back in the UK, I think the weather's really nice there. It's about the same today as it is back home. So ironically, yeah. But yeah, good to be back in the squad, the swing of things, new head coaching staff. So yeah, it's been really, really good. And today's like yeah, I think everyone's like resting, getting prepared for the weekend.
So we're going to jump into all of that. Definitely want to dive deep into it. But let's back up a second. The video said horseback riding. So we've had a few of your teammates, USA Eagle teammates, on this show. Emily Henrik did aerial skiing. I believe Erica Jarrell also was in Equestrian. What's the connection with horseback riding and the USA Women's Eagles?
Yes. I don't know, but there's like quite a few, I don't know, we like to joke about, we call ourselves horse girls, yeah. So quite a few horse girls on the team, like Abigail Patton as well. I found out she's a horse girl as well. She's on a farm back home, and I don't know. For me, so I did a little bit of soccer when I was like growing up, did equestrian, and then I was like, you know what, I kind of want to get back into a team sport, and so what's a better team sport than rugby? So it's just kind of a nice transition for me.
Did that background in equestrian, did that prepare you at all for rugby?
I think that, like, I don't know, just sheer determination you have to have and like independence to be an equestrian, I guess, because it's like a solo sport. You've got you and your horse, and then it just like you develop all these like other interpersonal skills, I'd say. So it's just like it translates into a different like style, I'd say, like a different aspect of rugby than you don't think. You don't think of like an equestrian being like super physical, but like it's also about the like mental and like independence and like your like understanding like body language. I think you take all those bits of being an equestrian and then taking that over to rugby.
You mentioned you played a little bit of
just a different perspective, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely a different perspective. It's really neat. It's an interesting background. You mentioned earlier that you played soccer and then kind of wanted to get back into team sport. In our crack research, Wikipedia, USA Rugby website, you didn't start playing rugby until, was that your senior year in high school? How did that come about? How did rugby come into your life then?
I'm really lucky because I had some friends that played on the boys team, but I was really lucky that they started a girls team my senior year. So that was the first ever like Grand Haven High School girls rugby like team. And so I saw my friends doing it and I said, you know, that looks pretty cool. I want to give that a go. And I was always carded in soccer when I was a kid. So I was just too aggressive. So I wanted to give it a go. And yeah, here we are now. Fast forward, God knows how many years. About 10.
Has it been that long, really? And is that what brought you to Davenport? Was rugby or school, and then they just played it?
Yeah. It's funny because I got scouted at a game, and they're like, "You're pretty good, actually. Like, we'd like to have a talk sometime to discuss like scholarship opportunities and you coming to Davenport." But it was so funny because the ref was our assistant coach at Davenport for our high school game, and I couldn't drop kick. The girl that would do the drop kicks got concussed, and I biffed every drop kick, and he was like, "You know what, just punt it." And so it worked out. But so yeah, that was quite funny. No one else like knew how to drop kick. Obviously, I didn't. So, but yeah. So and then went on to Davenport. Got my education. I think I went there for like 5-6 years. Wow. Yeah. So.
But it's funny to find out what some players started off at. Some might have been a prop and then became a wing or whatever else. Where did you start?
I played 10 in high school just for that 1 year, and then moved to scrum-half. And then basically been there since. I've dabbled with a little bit of 10 in training, but like nothing serious. And that was just for a short stint when I was at Exeter Chiefs. So.
Yeah. So you mentioned you got into it pretty quick. You were in. Yeah. And then you were off to college, offered a scholarship to get there and stuff. At some point, when did it hit you? It's like, okay, I'm doing pretty good at this. Maybe I'm international quality. Did it ever hit you? It's like, I could do this.
Yeah. So like, I remember like in high school, I was like, I don't necessarily know if like playing, because all I would think about was like, oh, maybe I'd be good enough to at some point for like play for the All-American like age grade series in college at some point. So like that was like kind of a goal. But I was like, you know what? At the end of the day, I just want to like put my best foot forward every day and be the best version of myself that I can be. So as cheesy as it sounds, like that was just like my goal. I just want to be the best player I can possibly be. And so then after my freshman year, I got scouted, and I got called into the U20 camp. And then from there, I got selected. And so then I just got into the pathway, and I was fortunate enough to be scouted to then go. I got actually the call up to go to my first senior side camp when it was like a week before it, and somebody got injured, and they called me up, and I was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll make it work. It's fine. And then, so then I went from there and didn't get selected to play against the Barbarians in that camp, but then later got the call that summer to play in the Super Series.
Wow. Yeah. When you get that phone call, you don't say, sorry, I'm busy that next week, and you go to the camp.
Yeah. I was like, I'll make it work. Don't worry. I had to go from like tropical sevens.
Yeah. So Olivia,
it was
go ahead.
Surreal.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was just saying it was absolutely surreal.
Absolutely. All right. So let's jump into now. All right. We have the PAC4 kicking off this weekend, and for listeners who don't understand, this weekend, April 11th in Sacramento against New Zealand, where Olivia is now training. Friday 18th in Kansas City against Australia, and then Saturday the 24th in Chicago against Canada. You got to keep coming east. I'm in Boston. Let's give a match out here. But with that said, the new USUA head coach, Jack Hanratty, who was just on our podcast early in the year, what has his approach been with the team thus far? And I'm not comparing him to Sione, but is there a different approach from Jack or a different message as you prepare for PAC4?
So I think like the biggest thing that Jack wants that's like different is that he just wants us to like express ourselves, like individually, like play to each of our strengths. And I think that's really exciting because his philosophy is just say yes, like yes. And like, if somebody does something, we just play off it. We keep moving, we keep going, we keep building momentum off of each other. So I think that's like, not as structured as we've been used to in the past, but I think that you can like see an exciting rebrand of USA Rugby and our playing style to come. So I think he's like a fresh set of eyes for us. So like it's still the devil's in the detail. So we're still always honing in on, like little things like groundwork, working to contact, body height, like all those little micro skills, and then how they can add up and like allowing us to express ourselves to the best of our abilities. So it's been really, really exciting. Everyone comes away from training and is like, that was hard, but I had a lot of fun. Like that's the most exciting thing, is like everyone's like having so much fun. So
good.
So Olivia, there's been two alignment camps. There was one that was held earlier in the U.S. for domestic-based players, and then an overseas camp in the U.K. during the middle of the PWR season. So I can't imagine that training wasn't designed to be too tough on the body, right? So I guess like, what were some of the things that y'all worked on in the overseas camp?
So it was just basically, we did a couple of like conditioning games, which was fun. And then just like a little bit about ball movement, transition attack, just a little bit of like some shape that we're looking to see from like a set piece, which is exciting. So we didn't really get to do a whole lot. I think our UK camp was only like 2.5 days long. So it was just like pretty like micro skills, and just like seeing where everybody's at, and like especially because, as you mentioned, like we're in the middle of the PWR season, so it was just about like loading. It was an off week for us, so we didn't want to do anything too strenuous in camp, but it was a really, really enjoyable time, and I think everybody walked away and was like, I'm really looking forward to working with Jack. So
Let's talk a little bit about the PAC4 player pool here. It was announced recently 10 players could make their international debut in this tournament, again, over 3 weeks. I think you've been around long enough to maybe answer this question here, but how are some of these newer players looking? How are they looking so far?
Honestly, the younger players have come in just seamlessly, I'd say. Like the growth in rugby in America, it's just like you can just see it's like taking off, because like they're just like slotting right in, and it's just like so exciting to like see like just the handling, like their core skills are just like they're phenomenal. And so it's amazing to see that university programs are providing that for athletes, and like now they can have opportunities at such a young age. I think our youngest player is 19, so like our youngest player at 19 just like be able to like put their hand up for a jersey is so exciting. So I think that the future of rugby in America is in good hands, and I think the best is yet to come. Honestly, it's looking really, really good, and I'm really excited to see what they add to the team.
And just them adding to the team, and the excitement you talk about, Olivia, with the Pac-4 opening this weekend. And I'm going to dive into the match and press for this a little bit in a second, but how excited is this group to be playing on home soil in this match against these teams?
Well, I think especially coming off of the buzz around the World Cup, you had so many thousands and thousands and thousands of fans that like showed up for like not only like women's sport but women's rugby. It's so exciting to see the growth of the sport, and then to like bring that back home. And like we had so many fans that came overseas to support us, and like now we can come home and perform for them, and give them something to be proud of. I think it's just like it's a surreal feeling. I know everybody is like, it's a privilege to put on the jersey every time, but like to be able to do it on home soil is always something special and like something you always dream of. So I think it's going to be a really good showing for rugby in America this tour.
Oh, absolutely. Looking forward to seeing it on TV at least. Like I said, I'm too far east of where you guys are playing. But with the first match this weekend, number 3 New Zealand, obviously you're not going to give away any secret game plan, whatever, but what can we expect as fans to see? Are we talking more ball in hand? Is there a more defined kicking game? You know, what is the team approach against New Zealand?
So yeah, we've got a new little kicking strategy. I'll let you guys see it. But we also want to see a bit more like of a free style of play. Like we really want to like have fun and let that be expressed. And like we definitely want to have more ball in play, quick ball, keep the ball alive as much as possible, like skip as many rocks as possible. So it's just, I think, yeah, it's a different style of rugby that you will be seeing USA Rugby playing, which is really exciting. But I think again, it like just brings out the best in everybody, and I think Jack's like really empowering us to just say yes to whatever happens. And I think, yeah, it's the most fun, and I think everybody plays their best rugby when they're having fun.
You know, it's funny, Olivia. Let's talk Sale Sharks here in a second, but first, how long have you been in Europe playing?
3.5 years.
I'm sensing an accent. I'm hearing a British accent.
Everybody does say that. So my boyfriend's English, and I think I mock him quite a bit with his accent back at him, and I think it's karma because I think it's kind of stuck now. But everybody does say that. And like, I was working with met one of the coaches at Chula last week, and he apparently texted one of the girls and was like, "I thought Olivia was like born and raised in America." And she's like, "Yeah, she is. She's weird."
Yeah, it's not a Michigan accent.
So yeah, no, this is not Midwestern.
All right, so
yeah, so troubled.
Yeah, I know. All right, so we're on PWR. Sale Sharks, been there. I believe it's your second season with Sale. You're playing alongside a number of USA teammates. You know, Nick James, Erica Jarrell, Georgie Paris-Redding, Katana Howard. You know, a much improved season for Sale over the last couple of years, even before you were with the club. What's the difference for the team this year?
We have a whole new coaching staff, basically. I think we've kept our lineouts coach and our DOR that have like stayed from last season and previous seasons. And that's like no like disrespect to the other coaches, because I think they were absolutely phenomenal that we've had in the past. But I think with where we were at, I think we just needed a little bit of a refresh. And so the coaching staff has brought in a completely different new game plan for us. They brought in new recruitment. So we've got a lot of, not to say we didn't have the depth last season or seasons prior. Granted, it's only my second season, but I think it was just whole like squad depth. Like we didn't have numbers to make up two sides in training last year, and this year we have two really competitive sides, which is really exciting to see both sides of the ball really fighting for a shirt every week. So it's just, I think when you put those two together, like it's like, I don't know, it just, the competitiveness breeds success, I think, within our own squad. And yeah, and the coaches have really like set a high standard, and we started preseason in March. Our season ended in February. So it was a really long preseason. It was like the girls back home are doing like preseason round 6. I'm pretty sure now. In the off season right now, since there's the break. So the girls are putting some hard work in, and the coaches definitely like guide that, push us through it, and then make sure we get some good off time as well. So yeah, they've really been pushing that standard and like drilling us since last March, which has been nice to see the return on that investment. Getting some good wins this season.
So, Olivia, you kind of started off the season maybe in a reserve role, but you've quickly become the side's starting scrum half. You know, what have been your personal goals this season?
Yeah, I think just adjusting to the new game plan was big. It's been really fun playing under Tom. I think like I really respect how he views the game and really enjoy how he wants us to play. And so I think it was just also finding that little bit of continuity and like gelling a bit with the team because the side's so new. And I've really, really enjoyed playing with Holly Aitchison at 10. She makes my job feel really easy, honestly. So it's been, yeah, for me, I just really wanted to evolve a bit more of my kicking game, like finding grass in behind and those like long driving kicks. And then just making sure I'm providing quick ball. And I don't know if you guys have seen our pitch sometimes, but it's really hard to get quick ball there.
Yeah, a little bumpy.
Yeah. So that's like 2 areas of my game that I'm really trying to bring to life in this like second half of the season and into USA. But it's been a really, really enjoyable season.
So Erica Jarrell Cersei, she was named captain of the USA Women's Eagles for the upcoming match here on Saturday. And she's really kind of broken onto the international rugby scene. Had a great Rugby World Cup. Sorry for the background noise. What makes Erica a good selection to captain the Eagles?
Honestly, if you were to ask me like, who would you vote for or whatever, like honestly, Rick would. Sorry, we call her Rick on the team.
Rick, yeah.
Erica. Would be like right up there. Like I think she's somebody that leads by example. She has so much just like poise, and like when she speaks, everybody respects her. She is a bit more quiet than I think like most people would expect like from a leader. But like for me, I really, really respect that because it's like she doesn't speak to hear herself. She speaks. When she speaks so much wisdom, and so there's so much value that she's adding. Like I think she's like the definition of leads by example. Like, and she's so knowledgeable in all areas of the game. Like I just have the utmost respect for her, and she's just a phenomenal person on and off the pitch. So I really couldn't. I could go on all day about Rick, but yeah, I think she's a phenomenal choice for captain, and I'm really looking forward to like playing with her and under her.
Yeah, and we had a blast having her on the pod. She I think we laughed about her song for about 2 minutes, but and also I think Fitzy, was she the one where it was she would fight with her brothers, or was that someone else? I forget which one it was.
Yeah, that was a one cry.
Yeah, that's right.
That sounds like yeah. She I was gonna say because I think her mother wrestles in college. I think. Yeah.
So Olivia, a lot of the matches this year. Not just Sail Sharks, but all the other PWR teams are on YouTube over here in the States. Have you had friends and family watching? And B, do you get notes after from some of them?
My family's always like logging in, watching wherever they can. And so when it's like on YouTube, they're like, oh my God, it's so much easier. Because like last year, I think it was like only one game was accessible to watch. And then, yeah. So, and then I think we brought in our own like media to like film our matches and live stream it. And then now it's on YouTube, and my family's like, oh my God, it's amazing. So like it's so much more accessible. I know I personally like haven't received like messages from like people watching it stateside that aren't friends and family, but like I know like I've had some friends in the league that have received messages like that, and I just think it's so cool to see like how far rugby is like reaching, even though it's like thousands and thousands of miles away. It's just like that's what the sport needs right now, is just to get that awareness and like see people playing all over the world, and it's just nice to have the backing of people back home.
Yeah, so I'm going to ask you something. Speaking about people back home, fans of women's rugby, especially girls, And I preface that with you, say, Georgie, aren't as tall as some of the players out there. Okay, being nice.
Yeah.
So what do you say to, say, girls who, you say you should play, who are maybe worried about, I'm not big enough, I'm not whatever else. What do you say to them?
Honestly, you can do anything you put your mind to. I'm 4'11", so like I'm incredibly short. I'll just say it as it is. And like everyone, when I'm like, oh, I play rugby, they're like, well, yeah, what do you do for work? I play rugby professionally, and they're like, you don't look like you play rugby. And I was like, what's that supposed to mean? You know what I mean? And so like yeah. And so I just want to say, like, you can do anything you put your mind to, and honestly, do it for yourself and do it to prove them wrong. Like, I think that's something that fuels me. Is just like, I want to prove you wrong, and I want to show you that I am one of the best. And it's something that fuels me personally, but also I want to, again, as I mentioned earlier, just be the best version of myself. And so I hope that like resonates with other people, especially those that are like also maybe smaller or shorter. And it's really nice because I have had a lot of messages about people that are like short, that are like, oh my God, you're like such an inspiration. And like, I'm also like 5 foot, and just to like be like, I don't know, you inspire me. I was like, it means so much. And like that I can relate to somebody with that is like, I don't know, really special to me.
Awesome. No, I love that message. Olivia, I want to change things up here a little bit and talk a little about what's Olivia like off the field. So when you're not training, when you're not working out, when you're not playing rugby, what does Olivia like to do off the field? Your interests and passions.
I really like the gym. So honestly, I'm probably still in the gym.
Back in the gym.
Yeah. But I really love getting coffee with friends, like going on walks. It kills me. I've got 2 dogs back home in Michigan. And so like in my free time, like hands down, I'd be on a hike with them. That's probably like my favorite pastime. But obviously I can't, they're not overseas right now. So I would say just like spending time with friends. I've got a part-time role now in the commercial department at Sale, which is really enjoyable. So I'm working a bit more, which is nice. Just using my degree. So I've been finding a balance of like that, my social life, and then like still like finding some me time in the gym and like going like doing some off-beat conditioning. So yeah, it sounds a little boring, but I don't know, I like it.
Nice, Olivia. Hey, Olivia Ortiz, thank you so much for coming on today, and good luck against this weekend, and good luck in the rest of the PAC4 and when PWR kicks in again.
Yes, thank you so much for having me. Have the best time.
All right, have a great day.
Thanks, Olivia.
Thank you. All right, that was Olivia Ortiz, USA Scrum Half, PWR Sale Shark Scrum Half, formerly number 10, probably from the first day she played rugby. Now a 4 foot tall, not 4 foot. She's in the 4 foot range, tall Scrum Half. So I thought that was an important question to ask. I'm sorry. There are a lot of people that don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a real good question. You know, I'm not the tallest. My son's not the tallest, and they all play. And yeah. I mean, you think rugby, you think these big, strong athletes, but hey, anyone can play the sport.
And they're strong, and they play like Georgie. When I see her play, she's playing like she's a 6'2" loose forward. She's battering people, but realistically, I think she's like 5'4" or something. She's not big. Yeah. So it's great to see the people at that level, and people I know personally who wanted to get in the game, but they felt like they just were. I play soccer or something like that. It's like listen to the people we talk to. They've all played soccer or rode horses.
Yeah, no kidding.
Absolutely. All right, John Fitzpatrick, thank you so much for joining me again today, and listeners, thanks so much for joining both of us and Olivia Ortiz. Please like, follow, and subscribe to podcasts on YouTube or your favorite podcast player. See you next time, everybody.